Okay, we'll start the session. In the last class, we have started tuples, right? Tuples. So, what is the tuples? Tuples are like another kind of it's a collection. Right? So, it's like a list. They have elements which are indexed starting at a location 0. Okay, they have an index of 0, unlike your list, right? So that is how you it works. And what is the difference between an list string as well as a tuple? In case of the strings, sorry, in case of the list, you can change the values, right, of a list element, and you can update it. But in a string, they are immutable, right? Right, they are mutables. That's why you cannot change it in the string. Whereas in case of the tuples as well, you, you can't change the values, right? So you cannot make any changes to the existing list of what you call it as the things. You cannot alter the contents similar to strings, like. So what you can do with the what you cannot do with the tuples, right? You cannot sort it, you cannot append it, or neither you can't reverse the strings or reverse the contents of the tuples. And so what are the elements that you can find it in a tuples? The first one is you can find a list, like look at the list function here. So for sorry, list, it contains all these functions. You can append, you can count, you can extend, you can index, you can insert, and you can pop from the elements from the list, remove from the elements from the list, reverse the contents of a list, as well as sort the elements of a list, right? But whereas with tuples, you can do only one thing, sorry, two things. You can count the number of elements in the tuples, as well as you can index an element in the tuples. So okay, that is uh, the Python doesn't have a built-in tuple structures to be modifiable, right? So that is what we have seen it. And you can look at that. You can assign the tuples on the left front side of an assignment statement as well. You can do that as well. And something like x of x and y is equal to 4 and Fred means 4 will be assigned to x, and Fred will be assigned to y. Similarly, 99 will be assigned to a, and 98 will be assigned to b. And so this is how you can do with the item function method in dictionary. Returns a list of tuples, right? So when you work on the items with the dictionary, it returns a list of tuples, right? So that is a key, and the value pair you it will return it, and you will start working on that. And also you can have the compare. You can use the make use of the comparison operations as well, right? So that what is that comparison operators works with the tuples and other sequences. If the first item is equal, Python goes on to the next element, and so on until it finds the elements that differ, right? 0 will be compared with 5. 5 is greater than 0. That's why it returns a true value. Look at this one. 0 is whether this tuples is lesser than this one or not. So look at 0 is equal to 0. So the comparison will move forward, and 1 will be get compared with 3. So and 1 is lesser than 3. That's why it returns a true value. Similarly for Johns and Sally. So Johns and Johns are equal, whereas Sally and Sally. So when the comparison happens, S is equal to S and A is equal to A, and whereas L is lesser than M, that's why it returns a true value. Like this, you can make use of the comparison operations, and you can also sort the elements of the dictionaries, right, using a list of tuples, right? So how to do that one? You just extract the items from the dictionary, right? So once it is done, you can do the sorting operation, that is k and v. In sorted of dictionary of items, you can do the sorting of the operations. And if you could construct a list of tuples of the form that is a value and key pair, we could sort by value as well. You can sort it by value as well. So that is how you just sort the elements, right? Let us look at this one. So how actually this function is going to work here. So let us copy each one of them onto the terminal. So let us share this one. Share this one, right? Okay, just look at this. So temporary, I have created temporary, right? So for k comma b in c dot items, what it is going to do, so it's going to extract the key and the value pair, right? Temp dot append temp dot append. So what you have, b comma k, and you're just going to print that value. So you're just going to append the items, right? And once it is done, if you try to print the value of temp, so what you'll get is, temp, this is tmp, right? So it print as 10 and a, 1 and b, and 22 and c, because we have printed in the reverse order, right? So value has been printed first, so that's why it is going to print the value as 10 and a and 1 and b, because 1 is the key, sorry, value pair, and b is the key. That's why it's going to print to b, and 22 is the key, sorry, value, and c is the key pair, right? That's why it's going to print the value on the terminal. Now we have to uh, um, we can print the temp dot sort. The reverse is equal to what? It's true, right? So we are just going to print the value in the reverse order. So what I'll do is that stem. So now you just look at this. 22 has got printed, then 10 and 1. So the descending order uh, sorting has been done. 22, 10, and followed by 1. Otherwise, if you want to sort it in ascending order, no issues. So just do that using sort function. So now what it will do, you just print the value here. So you get it as 1, 10, and 22. They are in ascending order list. So that is how you can do the things. That's how you can do the things with respect to the, right. So this is how you can okay. So that's what all about what you call it as, that's what all about the tuples. What you have learned in the last two session is that, so you try to learn the um, how, what is the basic syntax of the tuples. So the tuples are initialized, and the tuple literals are has been initialized, putting within the pair of parentheses, right? And mutability, right? Mutability in the sense that it is not mutable, right? You cannot change the contents of the tuples during the course of executions. You cannot do that. Okay. And the next one, comparability. You can compare two tuples based on their contents, right? Whether they are equal or lesser than or greater than, that you can do it. and you can also sort. You cannot directly sort the contents of the tuples, but you can sort the elements of a dictionary by using a method called as a sorted. And the tuples can be used in the assignment statements as well. And we have looked at sorted function very well in detail, because we have extracted the elements of the dictionary and we try to apply the sorted method. So it is going to print the sorted elements of the dictionary. And sorting the dictionary by either by key or the value, right? You can sort the elements of the dictionary either by the key or by the value. So in the last example we have seen that. So we have extracted, or we have sorted the elements of the dictionary by just by their values, right? This is 22, 10, and the one, they are all values, right? So we have sorted this one based on the value. Similarly, you can do the sorting based on their key as well. Okay, so this is what we have talked about in the last two sessions. This is all about tuples, and the major difference between a tuple and the list as well as the dictionary is that list is a mutable one, because you can change the contents of a list, whereas the tuples are not mutable, right? You cannot change the contents of these tuples, like tuples during the course of execution, that you cannot do it. And the next one is the regular expressions. I think we are much familiar with the regular expressions because we have studied uh, Lexan lab programs, right? Where we have studied the different meta characters and how to apply these meta characters in searching or extracting the words or the characters more efficiently. So the next topic is the regular expressions and how to make use of these regular expression in the Python programming. So let us look at what is this uh, regular expression is all about. In computing, a regular expression, also referred to as the reg expression or reg exp, provides a concise and flexible means for matching the strings of text. Right? It gives a flexible as well as concise means for matching strings of text, such as particular characters, words, and the patterns of the character. It gives a concise and the flexible means for matching strings of text such as the particular characters, words, and the patterns of characters. And regular expression is written in a formal language that can be interpreted by a regular expression processor, right? So you're writing it into the regular expression can be written into a formal language that can be interpreted by the regular expression processor. That regular expression processor, or also called as the interpreter, which is going to convert your regular expression into uh, one or more matchable strings, and it will search whether the particular string is there in the input or not. So all in all, the regular expressions are nothing but the they are also referred as the reg express exe ex or reg exp, provides a concise and flexible means for matching strings of text. They are basically uh, provides a concise and flexible means of matching with the strings, right? Strings of text, and and such as a particular word or character and anything, right? Character, words, or patterns of characters. And regular expression can be written in a formal language. It is written into a formal language that can be interpreted by a regular expression processor, that can be written into an regular interpreted by a regular expression processor. So this is how your regular expression work. Really clever wildcard expressions for matching and parsing the strings, right? You are using wildcards for expressions for matching and parsing the strings, right? So that is the regular expression. So look at the regular expression Wikipedia definition for the regular expression. In computing, a regular expression, also referred to as regex or regexp, provides a concise and flexible means for matching strings of text such as particular characters, words, or patterns of characters that you have uh, the same thing has been quoted here as well, right? The same thing has been quoted here, and the regular expression is written in a formal language that can be interpreted by a regular expression processor, a program that either serves as a parser generator or examines text and identifies part that match the provided specification. What you're doing is that you're writing the regular expression in a formal language that can be interpreted by a regular expression processor, right? What do you mean? So in case of the regular expression interpreter, it is going to convert your regular expression, right, into a string or a group of strings, and these group of strings is going to search for a particular string in a given input line. If the given input line contains the interpreted strings, then it will be taken as a valid input, otherwise it is not. So it will be treated as the particular string is not present in the inputs, right? That is how you are going to interpret it. That's why the regular expression is written in a formal language that can be interpreted by a regular expression processor, a program that either serves as a parser generator or examines text and identifies parts that match the provided specifications, right? The following example, right? But this is what the definition of the regular expression. It's a means of it's a concise and flexible means for matching strings of text, right? Such as particular characters, words, or the patterns of characters, right? And what is that regular expression is very powerful and quite cryptic, right? So they are very powerful, right? And they're also very cryptic as well. Cryptic in a sense a normal end user cannot understand what is that regular expression is. When you write on a regular expression, only an only a professional who is very well versed with regular expression can understand that. So that's why the regular expressions are very powerful. That is, instead of writing a complete code or a complete string to match it, so what you're doing is that you're writing a very concise regular expression, and that is going to do the same thing as that of your regular word searching, right? So and they are quite cryptic, right? So okay, whatever the regular expression you are writing it, they're quite cryptic. That is, they are going to be very cryptic, which cannot be understood by the normal end user. Fun once you understand that, right? You can play with the regular expressions if you completely understand it, right? They gives you much fun when you understand it clearly. When you start writing simple regular expression, and you can migrate, you can start building a complex regular expression. So in that way it gives you, it is very funny one. And regular expressions are a language unto themselves, right? The regular expressions are uh, the languages by itself, right? So they themselves are the regular languages. And a language of marker characters, uh, like a programming with the characters. The regular expression is treated as a language of marker characters, right? So programming with the characters, right? We are writing the entire program, right? We treat the regular expression as the language, and this program, so this language is written using the characters, right? And those characters we call it as the marker characters. And it is a kind of an old school language that is very compact one, right? So the language what you're writing or the marker characters what you're writing it, they are very compact in nature. So this is how what is the regular expressions are very powerful and quite cryptic, right? They are very powerful uh, in terms of the expressing the entire entire search string or the search character into a very cryptic and a very concise and the powerful a very concise way. And that's why they are more powerful, and also they are cryptic in nature. And once you become familiar with the regular expressions, you can write the very concise and very powerful regular expressions. So in that way you enjoy writing the regular expressions. And Regular expressions by themselves are the programming languages, right? And which contains the marker characters, which contains the marker characters, right? So that is how you can use the things. And so let us look at the meta characters. We generally call it as the meta characters, right? And or also called as the marker characters. The first meta character is the cap, right? And what is that cap? It matches the beginning of a line. The following regular expression is will be matched at the beginning of a line. If the beginning of the line contains the following regular expression, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns a false value. That is what the cap. It will be matched. The following regular expressions will be matched at the beginning of a line, and the dollar sign indicates that it matches the end of a line or the end of the line. The following regular expression will be matched at the end of the line, whether sorry, not the following, it is the preceding regular expression. Actually, the preceding regular expression will be matched at the end of the line, right? If the end of the line contains the given regular expression or the string containing the given regular expression, it returns a true value. Otherwise, it returns a false value. And also, a dot matches a single character. It basically matches a single character. Dot it except echo. Except echo, it matches every other characters. And the next one, it's a backslash s matches the white space. It basically matches a space, either it is a tab or a single space or the new line character. It matches a single white space. And a backslash uh, capital letter s. So what is that? Capital letters matches any single non-white space character. It basically matches a single non-white space characters. Any white space character can be matched except the non-white spaces. It's going to match any single character which is not a white space character, right? So everything will be get matched. And star in the sense that it repeats or matches his character zero or more times of the preceding expressions. Preceding expression will be get matched zero or more times. So that is what is the star. And star and question mark repeats or matches zero or more times non-greedy of the preceding expression. Same meaning applies to here as well, but here it is a non-greedy of the things. And plus repeats one or more matches a character one or more times of the preceding expression. The preceding expression will match one or more times. And plus and question mark repeats or matches a character one or more times non-greedy of the preceding expression. Preceding expression will be matched one or more times, right? And the brackets indicates that it is going to match a single character in the listed set or the bracket. Whatever the character you have, this characters will be matched. Any one of the characters, either it matches E or it matches E or it matches I or it matches O or it matches U. So that is it matches any single characters which is listed within the bracket. Not all of them, it matches a single characters. Either it matches A or it matches E or it matches I, it matches O or it matches U. So that is how it is done. And not of XYZ means that it is going to match any other character except these characters. Except the characters that is written within the brackets, whether whatever the characters you have, so except that one everything will be get matched. So that is matches any single character not in the listed set or the bracket. It's going to match a single character. So only a single character will be get matched for each regular expression call. And except these characters, if the input contains any of the characters except this one, that will be get accepted. Otherwise, it is not going to accept the things. That is not XY Z it is. And A to Z and 0 to 9, it is a range of characters. It's a range we are specifying from A to Z, and from 0 to 9 it is. Any single character between A to Z and 0 to 9 will be get matched. So the set of characters can include a range denoted by hyphen. We can specify the range or the matches. Any matches set of characters that can include a range denoted by the hyphen. A single character in the range between A to the small A to Z and 0 to 9 will be get matched. And parenthesis, open parenthesis indicate where the string extract and has to start, and closing parenthesis indicates where the string extract and is to end. So opening parenthesis indicates where your string extract and is to start, whereas closing parenthesis indicates where the string extraction is to end. And R is R. Use R at the start of the pattern string. It designates Python as a raw string, right? We are going to specify it as a raw string instead of a ASCII string, right? So that's why. So beginning of a pattern string, we supposed to mark it as a R, stating it as it is a raw string instead of a ASCII string, right? So use R at the start of the pattern string. It designates a Python as a raw string. Backslash W, the character small a to z, capital A to Z, small a, 0 to 9, sorry, 0 to 9 and underscore are word characters. These are all also matched by a shorthand characters clause called as the W, so backslash W, a word characters it is. That is called as the word character. You are going to match a word, right? So these are the meta characters which you are doing it here, right? The first one is a cat, or also called a carrot, which is going to match the the following regular expression at the beginning of the line. And the next one, uh, dollar, which is going to match the preferring regular expression at the end of the line. And dot matches any single character. So okay, it is going to match a single character except new line character, sorry, except new line character, it is going to match a single character. And backslash s matches the white space, it's going to match a white space. And backslash s matches any single non-white space characters, it's going to match a single non-white space character in a input. And star repeats our matches or matches a character 0 or more times of the preceding expression. Preceding expression will be matched 0 or more times. And also star question mark repeats or matches a character 0 or more times. There is no greedy of the preceding expression. Preceding expression will be matched 0 or more times. And plus or matches one or more times, right, of the preceding expression will be matched one or more times. And the next one, it is the characters or the list of characters written within the brackets indicates that a single character will be matched, right, which is listed in the set or the brackets. Either it matches A, E, I, O, U. Any of these characters will be matched. And not of XYZ or the negation of XYZ. Any character except capital X, capital Y, or capital Z will be get uh, recognized, or it will be considered as a valid inputs. And small a to z and capital, sorry, 0 to 9, it is the range of the characters that we are specifying it, meaning that you have to specify range, that is any character between small a to small z, so it is considered a valid character. And between 0 to 9, if you have any digit, that also considered as a valid inputs. And it parenthesis indicates the beginning of the string extraction, and this is the end of the string extraction. And also we are just prefixing with the word called as the r, that is they called as the python raw string. And to support the character as a word characters, you are just using \w. And before you can use regular expression in your program, you must input the library using import re, right? You're supposed to import a library called as the import re. That is a regular expression library. You're supposed to import it. You can use re.search to see if a string matches a regular expression, similar to using find method for the strings. You're supposed to use a function, that is a search, to see if a string matches a regular expression, similar to using find method for the string. So you are just going to use search method instead of the find methods. You can use find all extract portion of a string that match your regular expression, similar to a combination of find and slicing, right? You are just going to extract all the strings which are going to match the given regular expressions, right? So in the first case, what you are doing is that you are searching for a single occurrence of the first occurrence of the given regular expression or the strings, so which is going to meet the regular expression. Whereas in case of the second one, that is find all, you are extracting all the strings which are going to meet the regular expressions, right? This is the difference between search and find all. That is, you can use re.search to see if a string matches a regular expression, similar to using the find method for the strings, right? You are just using a string match, that is the first occurrence of the given string. You're just having it, and you can use ra dot find out, extract portions of a string that match your regular expression, similar to a combination of find. It's a combination, so it is very much equal to what you call it as a combination of the find string, or and the slicing, that is very 5 to 10, that is extract it from 5 to 10. You are just using it, right? The same thing can be done using the find out. So let us look at one example here. We have something called as the mbox short.txt. We are just opening it right in our read mode, and we are reading each line from the uh, handler, that is a find handler. That is, line is equal to line dot r-strip, that is whatever the right white spaces you have, that has to be removed first, then it will be assigned to line. And line, that is dot find, if it starts from find, if it is greater than or equal to 0, just print that line. That is, if you have something called as a find from, that is capital F R O M, then a colon, then what you do is that you have to print that line, right? If either it may start from the from, it doesn't matter. So right, it's going to print a line, right? It is going to extract the first line. So what it will do is that it will just check it whether it is it is going to find from, right, in the given input line. So if it has, if it is find the line, it's going to find find what is that, if it is greater than 0, it's going to line print that particular line. But the same thing can be done using the regular expression. What you're doing is that, so you're just importing a package called as a re. So you have some package called as re, hand is equal to open, the same thing we are writing even for this one as well. For line in hand, right, we are just reading the first line from the open file, and you're stripping the what you call it as the right white space. Then you are searching for the character, that is from a given input line, from the line. And here FROM, then a colon, it is considered as a regular expression. It is not a string, but it is treated as a regular expression. But what you're doing is that for this regular expression, so we are searching it in the line whether this line contains the regular expression, that is FROM and a colon in the given input line or not. If it is if it contains, it is going to print the entire line itself. It's going to print the entire line. This is how your find function and the search function works. In the case of the find function, so we're just checking whether the find function has any characters or not, or any string or not. If it contains a string, so what you are doing is that you are just checking it whether it is greater than or equal to 0 or not. That is, if the comparison is going to give a result greater than 0, then stating that that particular line contains a, a string called as a from and a colon. But the same thing can be achieved using the regular expression as well. What is how it looks like? It is going to import the regular expression, right? Once the regular expression package has been imported, so you are going to open the file in a read mode, that is a mbox hyphen short.txt. Then I'm reading each line from the open file and stripping the right stripping the white space, right? Once it is done, we are just looking for this regular expression, that is capital F R O M then a colon in the given input line. So if the line contains this regular expression, then that particular line will be get printed on the terminal. And so look at the other example of the regular expressions. This is for the starts with a function, that is you are using with the strings, right? So we are opening the file here, that is the open mbox hyphen short.txt. So read the first line from the uh, file handler, right, or the handler. Then what you do is that you're removing the all the right white spaces. Then you're just checking it whether the line starts with from and a colon or not. If the line starts with from and a colon, just print that line. If the line starts with is that from and a colon, then print that line, right? Otherwise you move ahead with the next line. Again, read the next line and remove all the right white spaces. And what is that, you are just going to check whether the line starts with the from and a colon or not. If it starts from and colon, just print that line. So like this, you just doing the doing or just searching for the. Okay, this is what we're looking at, right? So it just check it for uh, the line which starts with the from, right? The same can be written using the regular expression. Look, let us look at how to write the regular expression to check whether the line starts from something called as FROM or not. So here we are opening the file, so and we are reading the first line into the line. It's an iteration variable. Then we're just removing all the right white spaces. Then we're just making sure that the line starts with the word called as FROM, then a colon. If the line starts with the letter or the if it starts with a word called as a from, then we're just printing that line. Otherwise, we are skipping the rest of the lines and we are moving to the next line. When we are reading the next line and we are removing all the white spaces, right white spaces on the in the line, and we're just checking whether, or we're just searching whether the line contains, or whether the line begins with the F, capital F or OM and a colon or not. If the line contains or if the line begins with the letter that is from, so you're just printing that line. So this is the difference. And here we're just that is a cap followed by a for, OM and a colon is treated as a regular expression, right? So this is how you can use regular expressions in building your applications, right? And the next one is the dot operator, right? How the dot operator works with any characters. And the dot operator or the dot character matches any characters. It matches any characters, and if you add the asterisk character, the character is any number of times. The character means that it is going to match any number of characters with this. And look at the example here. I have a regular expression called as caret, which is nothing but the if the line begins with the capital X and followed by any number of characters, that is dot in the sense that a single character will be matched any number of times, and followed by a colon, means that if it starts with a character called as X and followed by any number of characters, repetitions we have it, and uh, followed by a colon. Okay, so in this way you're just matching the entire line. So the output looks something like this, that is X hyphen save, X hyphen DSPM hyphen result, and X hyphen DSPAM. That is a input what I have given it, and sorry, that is output with respect to this regular expression. What I have done is that I have matched the line. The line always started with X, right, and followed by repetitions of the characters, right, repetitiveness, right. So the characters has repeated, or character has occurred more than one time, a zero or one time here. So that's why dot and a star, and it has ended with a colon. It has ended with a colon. So that's why your output looks something like X hyphen, then save X hyphen ds pam hyphen result, and so on. So that is how your the output looks like. And look at the dot character matches any character, and if you add the asterisk and character, the character is any number of times. That is exactly match the start of the line. It matches at the start of the line, that is caret and followed by X dot, match any character in many number of times, zero or more times. It is any number of times followed by a colon, followed by a colon. The dot character matches any character, and if you add the asterisk and character, the character is any number of times it is. So that's why caret followed by X dot star and a colon it is. Depending upon how clean your data is and the purpose of your application, you may want to narrow your match down a bit, right? If you want to uh, match, or if you want to show In 10 minutes. So depending on how clean your depending upon how clean your data is and the purpose of your application, you move on to narrow match down a bit, right? You can write, or you can reduce your regular expression in such a way that you can meet a particular outputs, right? So that is how things. And depending upon how clean, let us look at the one more example here. The regular expression what you have, it matches the same thing, that is cap followed by x. That means it must start with the x and followed by hyphen. That is x must be followed by hyphenate and a single non-word space character. Single non-word space character any number of times, or one or more times it is, and followed by a colon. There should not be any space. There should not be any space here. So that is how you are thinking here. That is, it must start with the x, right, and followed by an hyphen, right, and followed by any single non-white space character which is repeated one or more times, and followed by a colon. Followed by a colon means that it must starts with the x, okay, and followed by an hyphen and a single non-word space character followed by a for single non-word space character which is repeated any number of times, any number of one or more times, and followed by a colon. Okay, so once it is done, you're just going to see the output something like this: x hyphen c and x hyphen ds pam and result and so on, right? This is how your uh, output looks like. And look at the matching, the matching and the how to match and extract the characters. The re.search function returns a true or false depending upon whether the string matches the regular expression or not. If the string matches the regular expression or not, based on that one, it returns a true or false value. If you actually want the matching strings to be extracted, we use find all. Find all in the sense that it is going to match all the characters or all the strings, and it is going to extract those values. Let us look at one example here. It's a regular expression which is going to extract any characters, in the input. If you have any digits or any numbers which is in between 0 to 9, which is repeated one or more times, that will be get extracted. Look at this one, import g re, so regular expression. So and my input line is my two favorite numbers are 19 and 42 it is. So okay, so in this case I have three numbers, 2, 19 and 42 here. I have three numbers, 2, 19 and 42. So what I'm doing is that I want to extract all the numbers in the given input line. I want to extract all the numbers. So to do that one, I'm just using RE, which is nothing but the regular expression, find all, right? Find all the strings which contains the numbers or between 0 to 9, right, which is repeated one or more times in the given input. In the given input, so extract everything of that or every one of them. So now you have something called as 2 is a character string, and 19 and 42, everything will be get extracted. Everything will be get extracted. It's 2, 19 as well as the 42. That is re dot search returns a true or false value depending upon whether the string matches the regular expression or not. Whether the string matches the regular expression or not, and it is going to return a true value, true or false value. But if you are actually wants to extract all the strings which are going to match the regular expression, so you're supposed to use the function called as a find all. So find all is going to extract all the strings, all the matching strings from the given input. So look at one more example here. When we use find all, it returns a list of 0 or more substring that match the regular expressions. When you use this one, it's going to return zero or more list of zero or more substring that match the given regular expression. It returns zero or more strings which is going to match the regular expression. So in the last example what you have seen, so it is going to match three substring, that is 2, 19 and 42, and those three values will be returned. So look at one more regular expression, that is I am searching for a string, so which contains all the vowels in it, all the vowels in it, that is capital A, E, I, O, U, and in the given input we don't have any capital letter uh, vowels here, right? That's why it returns an empty string. It returns an empty string, that is it doesn't contain any uh, capital letter vowels. That's why it returns a empty string. So that is how you can do the things. That is, when you use re.find out, it returns a list of zero or more substring that match the regular expression. It is going to return a zero or more substring that is going to match with the given regular expression. So okay, in this case it has written three substrings, so 2, 19 and 42, and in the second example it has written nothing. That means it the input x so doesn't contain any characters or any strings which starts with a capital letter vowels, right? Either it is A, E, I, O, U. That's why it has written an empty strings. Okay, so this is what for the today's class, and in the next class we'll talk about greedy matching. Okay, and if you have any questions you can ask it now. You have any questions? Yes, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Idira yararo?
Yes, sir. No questions, sir.
No questions.
No, sir.
Okay, we'll stop it for today class, and we'll continue in the next class, right?